Hey kids, this is Aaron from the podcast that wouldn't die, and Kevin and I use Zencastr. You think you're better than us, that you're using something else? You're wrong. Zencastr's the place to be. Who are you to deny it?
It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log in using your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code DIEHARD and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same experiences we do for all our podcasting and content needs. It's time for you to share your story.
Only a fool will give up a chance for a 30% discount.
This chaos. 1,000 people in an iron box. 18 years I've hated the train. 18 years I've waited for this moment.
This is your world. The train saved humanity.
The engine lasts forever. The population must always be kept in balance.
Welcome to the latest episode of the podcast that wouldn't die. I'm your host, Kevin. With me, as always, is Aaron.
Hello.
This week, we're discussing the science fiction classic Snowpiercer, starring Tilda Swinton, Chris Evans, Ed Harris. I know there's other people in this. Octavia Spencer's in this. John Hurt.
All-star cast.
It is a ridiculous all-star cast, directed by, and I'm going to mess up his name, Bong Joon-ho,
Okay.
the Korean filmmaker who did Parasite, that won the Best Picture.
Never
about
saw
5
it.
years ago. I saw it.
Never
I enjoyed
saw it.
So,
I thought you told me you didn't think it was that great.
I enjoyed it when I saw it. I don't think I've seen it since, though. I don't think it's one that makes me go.
I keep
gotta check it out
meaning
again.
to see it, but I haven't seen it. I haven't avoided for any particular reason.
His films, and based upon a very thin reading, it always seems like there's a bit of black comedy kind of mixed in. You know what I mean? It's like they're kind of.
You mean it's Squid Games?
It's Squidward. How about that?
It's Squidward.
How about that? Each week on the podcast that wouldn't die, we discuss guilty pleasures and forgotten classics of the horror and sci-fi genres with a comedic twist. Aaron, what's up with you? What's the latest?
I did some laundry. I just put on some pants. It seems they are a little tighter since since pre-Christmas.
Fair.
So that's nice. I made a 2026 bingo card. So really, last night I just came up with 25 things. 10 are predictions of the future.
Okay.
5 celebrity deaths, 5 international disasters or things, and then like 15 things I predict about my job, 5 things to accomplish, and 5 like artistic accomplishments.
Can other people play, or is it just play? Are you playing by yourself?
It's one of those things where you just hang it on the wall, and when things happen, you mark off your bingo card. That kind of. There's no rolling balls or anything. It's like if Paul McCartney dies, bingo, I got that one. I can't remember all the people I predicted to die because you have to have, young people and old people. If you just pick like which celebrities are 90 years old, it's not so magical. So it was like Paul McCartney and Timothy Chalamet or something.
It's called a Deadpool, where it's literally you bet on what celebrities you think will die in the coming year.
So to make it not a complete Deadpool, I only picked 5 people. And then I picked international things like the end of the war in Ukraine.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
In
Aaron wins the lottery. What did you say? Passy Valenzuela?
No, yeah. Yes, that's what I said. No, in Venezuela. The war in Venezuela.
I did not put anything for Venezuela.
Keep saying Valenzuela. Fernando Valenzuela.
Now it's stuck in my head. I put down that they're gonna find the Malaysian airliner, and I
Okay.
can't remember. Anyway, it's like a list of 25 things. Now tonight, as I'm continuing to binge watch Mad Men, I'm going to
Mad
like
Men.
put it on a poster. Mad Men.
There you go. Now, who are the celebrities you think will die this year? What are your predictions?
Well, Donald J. Trump,
Okay.
Paul
What about-
McCartney,
Okay.
and Timothy Chalamet, and I can't
no.
remember. Yeah, because you can't just have old people.
But it's
Nothing personal, but
That seems kinda personal.
he had recently popped up with his new movie, so I was like, "Yeah, Timothy Chalamet," because that would be shocking.
that would
I mean,
be
if I
shocking.
put, Paul McCartney's old.
Yes.
Donald Trump, every 5 minutes, he's got some new disease. He's
Correct.
old.
Yep.
So I can't remember who the other three people are. And then Timothy Chalamet, but I can't remember who I picked the other two.
Okay.
They're not political, I don't think.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, Bill Clinton. I put Bill Clinton. Now I can't remember the last one.
Good grief. Good grief.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Did you do anything fun for people out there in the world? We basically took 2 weeks off, essentially, in recording. Holiday shit. So it's like we watched the movie before Christmas, and it is now after New Year's. We're trying to talk about it, which makes it interesting. But how was your New Year's, by the way?
I made prime rib.
Beautiful.
And I thought of my 2026 bingo card. I watched a really shitty Australian movie about giant pigs. Thank you, Kevin.
What's it called? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Fair.
I drank Christmas wine. I read my book, my Raymond Chandler book, and then at 11 I turned on Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper, which for some reason it was like a hidden thing. Suddenly I don't have CNN on my cable. I had to download an app.
Oh no.
Then the app didn't mention it, and then it tuned in totally late. They'd been going for hours, but regular CNN didn't show them till 11:30, so it was a half an hour. And they were already lit by then. And I could tell that I missed a whole bunch of good stuff. They were hysterical. Anderson Cooper has the craziest fucking laugh. And
are they together in real life?
They are not together. They absolutely
seem like
not
they should
together.
Be.
I feel like Andy is too crazy.
You may be right. You may be right.
I think Anderson's a little bit more conservative.
Well, that's what he wants us to think, but really he's Andy Cohen in the sheets, is what I think.
Maybe so. But he doesn't want that persona, definitely, because since he's the serious news guy.
Yes, fair enough.
But he starts laughing with that high-pitched, crazy giggle, and you're like, oh my God.
I'd be afraid of being fired. I would get drunk in front of millions of people and say some crazy shit.
They were fired, and there was a protest. Everybody liked that. But now that's why they're streaming for 30 minutes on CNN.
Sweet Jesus. Okay, reel it in. Give us your 30-second synopsis of Snowpiercer.
Oh, Jesus. It's the end of the world, except for people who live on a train. And if you're in steerage, like in all these fucking movies, that ain't good. And then, fucking A, people are in the snow with no education, no ability to grow food. Hallelujah, happy days.
Look, this movie is obviously meant to be some kind of magical realism because it makes absolutely
Dude,
no
I was
sense.
allowing for that.
Yes.
But by the 9th hour of this movie, I started to get irritated that this is taking too long. Because first of all, it has Tilda Swinton, and she is a delight. I love Tilda. She's a delight. There wasn't enough Tilda. So after a while, you just kind of go, hmm. I mean, it had kind of a Terry Gilliam kind
It
of
did.
vibe to it. So I was
So,
down with it, with the nonsense that the last people on Earth are just in a train that just drives constantly.
right, we should talk about this. But first, this is obviously your first viewing, and you actually picked this. You picked it on accident. Is that what happened? You thought it
Yeah,
was a
I thought
different
it was
movie?
Ghost Nazis. Wrong movie.
You thought it was the Swedish film Dead Snow, and instead you
Yes.
picked Snowpiercer, which isn't even a horror movie, although it is kind of a post-apocalyptic whiz
Right.
bang.
It's horrifying.
No question.
It's more sci-fi, that's for sure.
I stumbled upon this movie, I want to say like 10 years ago, because it was on Netflix.
Oh,
Like I'd
oh,
seen
you've
this.
already seen this.
Oh, I saw that walking in. Yeah, I saw it once before. It was on Netflix before I knew who Bong Joon Ho was. I saw this because it's Chris Evans at that time, like at the height of his powers. Like he was already Captain America doing this shit. So I was in
Oh,
on.
was he?
Oh yeah,
He didn't irritate me that much. Really, I don't care for any of the Chris's, but
I. The only one that is often irritating in my mind is Pratt. I think Chris Pratt is often the one that's kind of irritating.
wait,
And
which one's Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, see, I like him. I just saw him in something, and halfway through the movie, I was like, "Is that the dude from Parks and Rec?"
Yes.
I didn't even recognize. He was playing like a high school kid.
Was he on Everwood, the show that Mom and Dad were desperate to have us watch in in
No, this was a
Cambria?
movie.
Oh, was it really?
It was some Everwood. Oh my god!
They mentioned
Mom
it
with their
5
fake
times while I
comment.
was up there. Check out Everwood.
No.
I'm like, that's a WB show from 15 years ago. Hard pass. Thanks for that one. No, you know what? I like him often, but he's also the one that can veer into kind of the Ryan Reynolds kind of thing where it's like, I like you in
Oh.
doses. If I get too much, then there's some irritation factor.
I thought you loved Ryan Reynolds. Like that was your man
I used
crush.
to. And now I've turned my back. I've
You
turned my
turned your
back.
back to him.
I would say, like you said, I think Chris Evans is the least annoying. I don't really find Hemsworth is only annoying when he tries an American accent. When if he just says he's Australian, we're cool. And actually, Chris Pine from Wonder Woman and from the Dungeons and Dragons movies, actually, I'm kind of on board. I'm kind of on board.
Jesus.
So there you go. Those are the 4 Chris's.
You're the reason they keep making these fucking films, Kevin.
100%. 100%. No, but I stumbled upon Snowpiercer and I'm like, I kind of dig this. I was in. It definitely has that kind of Terry Gilliam thing where if you really get into the minutia, it makes absolutely no sense. But you just have to let it wash over you. Let it wash over you. Am I right?
Uh-huh. I just didn't understand why they had to have these super poor people
That makes no sense at all.
treated like shit.
Right.
Just take less people on the train. Take less people on the train, unless they're eating them.
Here's the reveal. This is the reveal. We got to go back to the beginning first. Essentially, what it is, because of global warming, all the governments decide to dump a chemical into the atmosphere, which is supposed to reverse the effects of global warming. And instead, what it does is send us into a freakish ice age, where it's not just cold out. It's like if you're outside, you will freeze like a popsicle. Right. You know, dude sticks his arm out for 7 minutes and it's literally like he dipped it in liquid nitrogen. So it is
Right.
freakishly cold.
But don't worry, because that same day, people are just wandering around with a blanket from the spa.
Fair.
But don't worry about that.
Yes, that is something to question. That is something over the course of this movie. But only,
I mean, it's all in one day, right? It has to be all in one day. I don't remember anyone going to sleep.
Yes, I think that's true. So anyway, a wealthy guy creates a train in anticipation of this, he thinks it's all going to be a big mistake, which he was right. He makes a train
And
that,
trains don't freeze. Skyscrapers freeze. Trains don't freeze.
as long as it keeps moving. That's the
Right.
thing. As long as the Snowpiercer keeps circumnavigating the Earth, then they're fine. And I guess initially, the steerage people, right, like the Titanic, they were like essentially freeloaders that accidentally got it. Like didn't get accidentally. They they were stowaways. They were stowaways, and early on, they were kind of left to fend for themselves.
They were just resorted to cannibalism. Why
Yes.
didn't they just release that last car?
that's not a bad idea. Now the reveal is, as the train is going, I guess they said like 17 years have passed since this train's been going around for 17 years. Parts break, and they have no way to replace the parts. So what they do is they now use the.
So let me stop
people.
you,
Please.
So he can engineer a train
Correct.
that needs no fuel to run,
Correct.
but he couldn't anticipate having to fix things.
Could not anticipate it. Unanticipatable.
Unanticipatable. Okay, next.
So now what he's discovered is from time to time he'll go back, send the stormtroopers back into steerage, where this woman comes up with a tape measure and measures the small children. And every now and again, if a kid is the right measurement, takes that kid, we don't know where they're going with that kid. The grand reveal is magical realism. Ed Harris, who is the guy in charge of this, opens up a hole in, a porthole or something and shoves the kid in there. And I guess the kid is just supposed to serve the purpose of the part that was messed up. So he's in there like cranking something or pulling.
I can't get my kids to take the trash out. They're just going to sit in there 24 hours a day and never sleep and move things from point A to point B.
Correct. They do something. They turn the crank. They do some goddamn. So I
don't have enough magical realism inside my body to believe this shit.
Correct. Because at some early on, you can kind of be like, oh, this is kind of an interesting class warfare kind of deal. Because the further you go in the train, it's kind of the wealthy people. There's literally a car that's just like a steam room where people go in there and just relax in the pool. It's like, really? We didn't see any place for people to
they
sleep.
have an aquarium.
Yes.
They have an orangerie with like a greenhouse with citrus and tropical fruit on this train.
Correct.
But they can't figure out how to feed the people in the back.
Well, they have figured out how to feed the people on the back.
I couldn't actually see what was in the grinder. Is it Soylent Green or bugs?
It was roaches. It was a roach grinding up the roaches, and it makes these protein bricks that they pass out. So the people in the back have to eat protein bricks. And of course, they're like filthy and dirty and gross and strange in the back. And it seems like there's a lot of them. It's like this whole thing, it's like...
It's like one of those Auschwitz situations, like at the end of the war, where there's like just dozens of people on bunks trying to sleep.
But
people
as
on the floor.
As always, no one really looks that Auschwitz-y, right? There are people that are kind of fat in the back. I'm like, how is that possible? I always say, look,
double dipping the roaches, I guess.
They were double dipping the roaches. I remember that show Lost.
So they brought the roaches with them.
No, people in the back are so gross that the roaches they can survive, and they're just inhabiting the back. They're roaches crawling around. It's roach town.
So why don't they just eat those?
Because they
brought the roaches with them.
Not intentionally. No one brings a roach intentionally, but people are gross. What do you want me to say? People are gross, Aaron.
I feel like at this high-tech world, the people in the front of the train don't have roaches, and the roaches would have been everywhere.
Well, but they're only in the back, and it's like a couple cars up, then it's a guy whose whole job is to grind up the roaches and create protein bricks. which actually look kind of good. If I'm being, to me, they look kind of like a
Cherry
big brick
Jell-O?
of like fruit roll up, like a fruit
Oh,
roll
yeah.
up brick. I would chew on that.
I mean, they had to put something in there.
A little
I'm
Soylent
guessing
Green.
add a little Soylent Green, a Soylent Yellow, and I mean, I could see them having people in the back feeding them roaches. If you were then going to serve the people up to the people in the other cars,
Right.
that's their purpose.
But they
that's
still
not
seem to
their
have them
purpose.
on purpose.
They're there just to have shitty, terrible lives. Once again, you should have just let them go. They have no purpose.
Well, that's
their only purpose is to produce tiny, malnourished children to fix the train.
Correct.
Because they can't figure it out.
And that's the other reveal. There's multiple reveals about this. Because in the back, there's the leader of the, I don't know what they are, the groundlings, whatever, the lepers in the back.
Groundlings an improv group from LA.
It is. I was going to say Second City. But yes, he's the leader. And because there's a reveal that John Hurt, he leads the poor people in the back, basically, and he encourages them to kind of have an uprising. And his kind of protege is Chris Evans, who's really reached a level where he's even more respected than John Hurt now. It's like, you're in charge now. You're the guy. And the reveal is that John Hurt encourages them to have this uprising where their goal is to make it all the way, fight their way from car to car to get all the way up to the front so they can take over and be better, right? We won't make the same mistakes, be as cruel as, whatever they are, the bougies up front,
right?
Essentially. But the reveal is that John Hurt in the back is secretly working with Ed Harris in the front. And
it makes sense. You need to know what's going on.
100%. And
but why would you volunteer for this terrible job knowing everybody else is living in this level of comfort?
I don't think he was always working with Ed Harris. I think at some point, Ed Harris comes to him and says, hey, we're on a train. We have limited resources, and the back is reaching maximum density. Now, there's two ways we can do this. I can send some stormtroopers in there and just blast them, or you can foment a revolt that is doomed to fail, and that'll just organically kind of thin the herd a bit.
Right.
We got to get down to a certain level. Otherwise, we're going to run out of resources and we all die.
Again, just get rid of the poor people. Kill the poor.
They need the little people to work in the what is it? The telltale heart. You got to be in the wall cranking something. What's that noise? Right. 100%.
Yeah. So that doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Well, again, it's some Guillermo del Toro. It's some it's Brazil, it's Terry Gilliam, where
Terry Gilliam, it makes perfect sense compared to this.
Because there are a lot of cars. And some of the cars are basically, each car is dedicated to something. Right?
I have a question for you. We went from the end of the train to the front of the frickin' train.
Yes.
There's 10,000 soldiers. Where's their car? Are they sleeping in the sauna late at night?
No, they do walk through a barracks early on. It's like
the barracks was one train, one car.
One car, correct.
But there's like a million soldiers.
I don't know how.
Are they snuggly buggly?
How about this? Where does everybody else sleep?
That's what
I see
I'm
where
saying.
The poor people sleep, and I see where
the soldiers are all men. How do we make more soldiers?
Because you're right, they don't recruit the poor people. Say, hey, we need a few good men,
and the rich people are sure not going to do it.
No, unclear. And again, there's literally like, if you think about it, so it goes poor people. You got the barracks. Then I think it's like, what is it? The sushi car?
Yeah. Then suddenly you're in the dining car with sushi. There's a fucking aquarium car.
Yes.
How you insulate for that?
Don't need
That
to.
you have tropical fish swimming around.
Tropical fish. I guess I skipped a car. There is a car where they're grinding up the roaches to make the protein shit.
Which is really the next car. It's like there's the slum, the next car is the roach grinder, and then the barracks.
Correct. But that's the reveal, is that they don't think that the soldiers have bullets left because of the revolt that happened 7 years ago. So early on, they're like, Chris Evans basically takes the soldier's gun, puts it to his head, and pulls the trigger, and doesn't go off. And that's what kicks off the rebellion. Now everybody's fighting. The dude from Train Spotting with the thick Scottish accent had a crazy afro in this, like Bob Ross. He's fighting people with one arm. The shit's going down. Of course, later it's revealed, actually, we do have bullets. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Because again, Tilda Swinton comes in early. She's kind of, I don't know what her job is. She's like relations with the poor people.
Yeah, she's like PR. She's communications. Yeah.
And she says, if you guys go down this way, 97% of you will be killed. And that was the plan all along. That's how many they needed to be killed to reduce the population of the poor people.
So basically, they needed like 5 people. Again, they could have just pulled the car. You 5 come over here. Bye.
Well, they can't just pull they need a car unless you're going to have the stank people living with the soldiers.
They went through killing not only them, but the rich people, all their soldiers, huge damage to the cars. That doesn't make any effing sense if they needed to get rid of all but 5 people.
I agree. I didn't write the thing. You have to
I blame you.
It's my fault. You chose it, by the way, on accident. So you're the one responsible.
It was on the list. It was. We were going to watch it eventually. It was on the list.
And so you got the soldiers, but then you also have like, I don't know if they're like ninja gang members that are also there with like axes and spears and stuff, and they have to fight those people as well.
It was Kung Fu Hustle. There was a special car just of Kung Fu Hustle characters.
There was the ninja gang with leather. They're like bikers or something. And they fight.
Right. And which car were they on?
Unclear.
All right.
There's also seemingly like these 2 like enforcer guys. And the one guy survives practically to the very end and murders like 4 of them. All in one shot. It's like, you think this guy's going to survive? Nope. He's stabbed. He gets hit on the head, pops up, stabs somebody else. He was like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, I wondered if he was really a person. I was like, I don't know.
Is it going to be revealed he's an android or something, right?
Exactly.
Like alien.
Like Alien, exactly.
So they go car by car and they keep losing people along the way, which makes sense. And again, after they get by the killer bikers, they're just strolling by. It's like, here's the bathhouse car, here's the sauna car, here's the restaurant. Like, really not much resistance at a certain point.
No.
It's like, they have to, I forgot about this. Along the way, there's the prison car where everybody's basically in these drawers. Like,
and what's the point of that?
Yes.
What's the point of that? Just pitch them over the side. You got room for that.
If you're not going to soil and green them, you might as well just toss them out, right?
And then it's mostly drug addicts that are in there.
Yes.
Like, where are you getting your drugs?
The drug that they find, and Chris Evans finds it, it's basically the toxic sludge that is generated by the train. There are a group of people it's like this green kind of powdery slime stuff. And I don't know if they smoke it or snort it or rub it on themselves. I don't know.
They were like smelling it.
They were sniffing it. So he's got it to continue. They open up one of these drawers and free the guy who I guess designed all the locks on the train. So now he's on board for a handful of snuff or whatever it is. They just have to keep.
If he can design the locks, why don't they give him some toxic waste and have him fix the parts on the broken train?
No can do.
Just ideas. That's just an idea.
the parts they don't have the parts. They can't fix it without the parts, Aaron. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Fabricate. Eventually parts are going to break down. How long was this damn thing? And how old was Ed Harris when he got on the train? How old is he supposed to be? So when he reaches 100, dressing up in his Hugh Hefner outfit, what is the point of all this? I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Problem number one is Ed Harris is always younger than you think he is in real life. He always looks. No, I remember watching. I'm sure I've said this
because he's bald and as thin as a razor blade. It's
Correct.
just skin, beef jerky, and bone.
100% sinew and grizzle. He was in Westworld, the TV show, as like the man in black. And he's starring opposite Anthony Hopkins. And I'm like, oh, they're about the same age. Anthony Hopkins was 25 years older.
Because Ed Harris has been around forever. And he looks the same. That's the problem. Ed Harris was in Creepshow. Yes, and he doesn't really look that different than he does now.
100%. 100%. Oh, sweet Jesus. So yes, so they're moving down the line to get to the train car, and I guess it was always the plan for Chris Evans to get to the last car, and I think the plan was for him to take Ed Harris's place because Ed Harris, he's old. He's not as old as you think, but he's still old. He's like, I need somebody to take my place, and I guess Chris
Evans like Willy Wonka, you got the golden ticket.
I've got the golden ticket.
Golden ticket.
So, and in reaction to this, Chris Evans is like, I'd rather doom humanity instead. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather... you think, because...
I can't say I don't necessarily disagree.
Correct.
I mean, if this is how people have to live, I don't necessarily disagree.
Because I think that's the realization. Like, he's like, I'll do it better when I take control of the car. And Ed Harris kind of presents him the facts. And I think at one point, he's kind of thinking about it, like considering, until they open up the trap door and a little goblin child crawls out in a diaper. And that's what he reveals.
Who doesn't respond. He's just like a little, That's what it takes for you to gain your power.
Correct.
So he was like, oh, let me rethink that.
Right. Well, how about this? How about we take turns? Those people who are like living high in the hog, why don't they go live in steerage for a few years? We'll take turns. You can be steerage people for a little while. I'll be up here getting a sauna, getting a svitz. How about we take turns? No?
But meanwhile, you're still enslaving and destroying these little babies.
I guess
to make this thing continue.
That won't work. So let's blow up the train. Murder.
I mean, it'll work for some people. But let's just call a halt to this nonsense. It's one of those things. Like if I got to choose between my two kids or whatever, but let's just all go out. You know what I mean? If you got to do that, let's all go down.
Fair. And I guess
remember it's like the cabin at the end of the woods. Screw it.
True.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Right?
I'm not gonna play that game. I'm not playing.
Right. You can't make me.
You can't make me. So they also
you can't make me. Humanity. If that's what it takes to keep humanity going, then it doesn't need to keep going.
Well, what do they say? The planet will be okay. Regardless, the planet will still be in the heavens at that moment.
Whichever ancient Cthulhu or whatever that has set up this play that I'm a part of will just restart it because they're going to be bored. It's always like those ancient gods are always bored and they're always effing with the humans. So, okay, so you're going to wipe them all out. But then what? You'll put them back.
Then what?
You'll put them back because you want someone to play with.
Especially if there's only like 30 people left. I don't think you can bring back people if there's only like 30 people left. They'd all be like crazy inbred, the hills have eyes. Is that what you want? A planet full of hills have eyes? No thanks. I'm out.
I mean, I just went to this preserve where I guess the Thule elk was down to literally 30 elk. And from the 30, they brought it back. So maybe 30, not 2. Adam and Eve, you know.
Well, that's.
I mean, otherwise, I mean, are you breeding with the Habsburgs, or who are you breeding with?
You are 100%. Because
you might want to do some genetic testings.
Please do. Well, that's what they say. It's like Iceland is basically like that. They're all inbred now because there's only so many people. Eventually, you're marrying your first cousin. Yeah, it's like
no. They've done a whole genome project. Before you agree to get married, you check. Before you agree to have children, you have to go check. I saw a whole bunch of TikToks about this.
Oh,
I mean, the whole island, even with non-green Icelanders, is only 300,000 people. Of that, the majority of them live in Reykjavik.
Right.
So you are related to everyone on the island, except for these Eastern Europeans that are now in there. Right. So if you're dating another Icelander, you need to go check.
Yeah, that would be a rough honeymoon. I think at that point, when the phone rings, no, you're cousins. That's your sister.
Oh, they are cousins, but what level?
Right, 100%. So over the last half hour of the movie, they start to kind of, have suspicions that maybe, the temperatures are coming down. Like it's still Antarctica, but it's at least not liquid nitrogen anymore. So maybe maybe we can all come back from this. What do you think? No? Well, because they crashed the goddamn train.
Now nobody who survived has any survival skills.
Correct.
They don't know how to use tools. They've never been educated. They've never been off the train.
Because who is it? Just 2 people survive, right?
They're what? What are they going to do?
Just freeze?
Yes,
I guess.
And a polar bear. Why wasn't the polar bear frozen along with everything else? Where did the polar bear come from? Just because it gets warmer, it doesn't mean the things that are dead pop back to life.
They just.
And where are you that there's a polar bear?
Right. So we're talking the Great White North. If there's polar bears running around, so even in the best of times,
so we're gonna follow the polar bear and then do what?
Get eaten by a polar
bear.
They
literally took a fur coat from one of the lounges.
Yes.
And that's what they're wearing.
Correct. Well, it's what
dead.
Is it?
They're dead.
It's the 16-year-old drug addict daughter, and then the 5-year-old kid, 5-year-old boy or 6-year-old boy, and that's it. That's Adam and Eve, I guess. Is that how we're rolling?
That's Adam and Eve. They don't know what food looks like. They don't know how to cook. They have 0 skills.
Or build a shelter.
I say just take off your clothes and lay in the snow.
You might as
How are they going to build a shelter? With what?
Ice.
They have no tools.
Igloos.
You're going to build it out of polar bear? Oh, the polar bear is just going to eat you, and that's going to be the end of the movie.
Well, just jump in the polar bear's mouth at that stage of the game.
Do they know that snow is frozen water? Do they know how to make fire? No.
Do they know it's Christmas time at all?
There's no trees. Do they know it's Christmas? No, they don't.
They do not. We were listening to the lyrics of that song. That song's lyrics are hilarious. It's the clanging chimes of doom. Yes. Anyway, good stuff. They give Bono the best verse. His verse is hilarious. Anyway, anything else about Snowpiercer, Aaron? Sweet Jesus.
I'm going to briefly look at my notes. The weird thing was that Ed Harris was happy when he derailed the train. Did you see that?
I think he was just tired. He's like, F this. I'm going to jump in the great machine.
He's like, screw this. And did you see that the guards look like the Wizard of Oz? Oh, we owe him.
Yes. Yes, I
don't know if you noticed that.
Well, hang on. Did you see Wicked for Good? Did you see Wicked for Good?
No. I didn't see Wicked for Bad either.
Did they? I don't think they explain. They explained why they're flying monkeys, but they did not explain the Wicked Witch's evil soldiers. They just kind of yada yada that shit. So I don't know. None of it makes any
I don't know.
sense.
I guess they're just like SS troops or whatever. It's
Something.
always like the Imperial forces. As long as you're paying somebody, somebody's willing to follow you.
Fair enough.
It's just
Okay.
a job, man.
Just a job. Why don't we go behind the scenes then? Wicked for good.
On a different note, did you see this old Saturday Night Live sketch? And it was supposed to be like the Star Wars stormtroopers at home, and the widowed wife, gets the call that her beloved husband has been killed.
I think I do remember that. That's hilarious. That's
there was
always
something
good.
like that. Anyway, always good.
Behind the scenes. Director
All right, lay it on me. What you got?
I'm gonna mess up his name. Bong Joon-ho often clashed with producer Harvey Weinstein, who frequently interfered in order to demand his version of the film. So there you go.
I think we already know not a great guy.
Clearly. He also had reservations about casting Chris Evans in the lead role because of his muscular physique.
They thought it'd be someone more like him. Is that more like a Harvey Weinstein kind of character?
Poverty-stricken. They should be, kind of thin and scrawny. Costuming and careful camera angles kept Evans' physique from showing, which is kind of a bummer. If you're like, what the hell? I work out every morning. You're gonna use camera tricks to make me look not quite so buff. Upsetting. There was one scene that we kind of skipped over where it's like the evil biker ninjas have night vision. And they're they're trying to fight them.
And then the tunnel.
And then the tunnel. And the torches in that scene were the only lighting for those scenes. There was no additional lighting for that.
So,
which is very cool.
Yeah, they should have all been killed at that point.
100%.
There should have been anything after that.
The protein block was made by combining seaweed, tangle, which I don't even know what that is, sugar, and gelatin. Jamie Bell.
Tangle? Isn't that a Disney movie? They ground her up and...
Jamie Bell, who played Chris Evans' sidekick, who was murdered very early and shockingly.
Yeah. He
hated it. Tilda Swinton liked it, which tells me a lot about Tilda Swinton. Wah, wah. According to the filmmakers, trained babies like Yona develop animalistic hearing skills. How about that?
I would think you'd be slightly deaf from the constant noise.
You would think. Sir John Hurt's character name, Gilliam, was an homage to Terry Gilliam. See? Filmography, similarly bleak science fiction, fantasy, end of the world, such as Brazil, 12 Monkeys, etc. Chris Evans personally contacted the director for the audition after hearing the casting news. He wanted to be in this one. So there you go. Let's see. The glasses that Mason was wearing were originally Tilda Swinton's. And when the director visited her, they played with her children's play box and found them. Like the kids, they were hers that she didn't wear anymore. So they dug them out.
Okay.
And Tilda Swinton's crazy ass teeth in this movie was like, it's like, why is that necessary? Very upsetting. Sweet Lord. This was Bong Joon-ho's first English language movie. So
wow.
Yep. Bong Joon-ho said the fish scene was inspired by The Godfather. How about that? No? Not ringing any bells for you?
Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes?
I think so! The writer-director wanted to underline the pressing danger of global warming by setting the year as 2014. So it kind of takes place in the near past.
I feel like that didn't work because now global warming's not a thing. It's not real.
It's not real. I think we can all agree on
that.
Not
real.
At least, right?
I think we can all agree, and it is all being erased in our government.
I saw somebody said they kept showing this old post from some MAGA person saying, "I predict all people vaccinated will die 2025." It's like, well, I guess we're almost there for these last few hours. Then we all become like Red Fox. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, baby.
I'm coming. Funny you should say this. Look what I found I bought during COVID. I found my pandemic survivor plague doctor. It was too cheeky to wear back then, but now I'm going to put it on my stuff.
Do it. Let's look at the cast and crew. Bong Joon-ho is the writer-director. You know him from Snowpiercer, Parasite, Okja, which was on Netflix, about a giant water buffalo or something. I don't know what the hell it is. And something called Mother from 2019, or 2009, I should say. How about that?
It's not the Mother we saw.
No, different one. Oh, and he did Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson in earlier this year, where there's like clones. He's a clone. It's kind of a comedy.
Unfamiliar.
Unfamiliar. Becky and I went and saw it. We see everything.
You see everything. Did you see Song Sung Blue?
Oh, we did. Weeping Like a Willow.
Weeping Like a Willow. I watched the documentary that it was based on. It's only on YouTube.
Well, they say that it kind of, and you can kind of tell this if you watch the movie, they whitewash a lot of the complicated past of this couple.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. The closest it was like a perfect angelic, union until her leg gets effed up. Spoiler alert. And then she kind of becomes a drug addict for 5 minutes. Other than that, everything's cool. No problem.
Everything's cool. Not quite true. The documentary is still very good. Yes. The movie, and literally in the documentary, he is in his underwear the whole time. Just like in the movie. And it made me forget how much I really don't care for
Neil
Wolverine.
Oh, Hugh Jackman. Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Neil Diamond.
By the end, I was rooting for him, and I was sad. They were really, at the beginning, I was like, oh, God. I was like, oh, God. But by the end, I cried when he died. I was like, oh, shit.
I pretty much, I would say I enjoyed it. I'd qualify, but
no tears.
No tears. But it also, Becky turned to me and she's just like, I guess I don't really like Neil Diamond that much. Yeah.
Well, that's not a real thing.
That's a real
Everyone
thing.
loves Neil Diamond.
Not a real thing.
I guess I really don't like. He has 10,000 songs.
10,000 songs you've heard of. I don't know if I like all of them, though, if I'm being honest.
Suleiman is not my favorite. God, and I am sick of a sweet because you don't own the albums.
I do not. I did like Forever in Blue Jeans. That kind of, I go, oh, this is a toe tapper. I'm on board with this.
And I like the Eddie Vedder connection. That was interesting.
Well, the reality, since we're talking about this for 20 minutes, in the movie, they say he opened for Pearl Jam. No. What happened is Eddie brought them on stage during an encore to sing Forever in Blue Jeans, and that was it. That's still something, but it ain't like, hey, open for us when we come to Milwaukee. So
in the documentary, Eddie Vedder, when he saw he was in the hospital in a coma, he'd sent the guitar he had admired with this really long, really nice, lovely letter to her, but it would arrive too late.
Well, how about this? If you're having heart attacks every 5 minutes, maybe see a doctor about that.
So in the documentary, he didn't die of a heart attack.
No, whack.
In the documentary, it's because he banged his head and refused to go get it taken care of. Correct. He had just had a quintuple bypass. So they you know how they do in the movies. This is not a documentary.
Clearly
but,
not.
Yes. But I enjoyed the movie, I'll tell you.
I enjoyed it as well.
Me, and it was a packed theater. Everyone 10 years older than me.
Oh, at least.
There were old women next to me going, "Did you cry?" I said, "I cried."
Did you cry?
Yeah, my friend has been crying the last 20 minutes. I'm like, well, me too. Okay.
Chris Evans played Curtis. You know him from The Avengers, Captain America First Avenger, Captain America Civil War, Captain America the Winter Soldier, etc., etc., etc. Tilda Swinton played Mason. You know her from such things as We Need to Talk About Kevin in 2011.
We do need to talk about Kevin.
Snowpiercer, Michael Clayton in 2007.
Suspiria, the reimagining.
100%, 2018. Playing
Only Lovers Left Alive.
Yeah, all sorts of good stuff. Ed Harris played Wilford, the villain. You know him from
Wilford
Appaloosa,
Brimley.
right?
Appaloosa.
He was in Pollock playing Jackson Pollock in 2000.
I did see that.
He was in The Truman Show in 1998.
Never saw it.
And he was Gene Kranz in Apollo 13 in 1995.
Never saw that.
You just don't see movies, do you?
I just don't see those movies.
John Hurt played Gilliam. You know him from 1984. In 1984.
Yeah.
He was Kane in Alien in 1979.
Yep. He got the alien jumping out of his chest. He was 100%. The Elephant Man.
He was the titular Elephant Man in 1980. Directed by Lynch, produced by Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks took his name off the movie because he didn't want people to think it was a comedy. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Mel Brooks was smart, though, for backing that, because that took all the Oscars.
100%. Mel Brooks loved Eraserhead. He thought it was amazing, and that's why he tagged him to do The Elephant Man.
Boom. Everyone loves Eraserhead.
Not everybody. He was in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy in 2011 playing Control. How about that?
Didn't see it.
It's very British. You'd love it. It's got Colin Firth in it.
Yeah. I do love that.
Octavia Spencer played Tanya. Octavia Spencer. We remember
Can do
her.
No wrong.
We remember her starting with The Help, but she was in shit like before that. You would turn around.
Everyone loves Octavia Spencer.
100%. She was in Hidden Figures in 2016. She was in The Help
didn't see it.
2011.
I did see The Help,
which I love. I love The Help.
Who doesn't love The Help? They had the guy from True Blood was in it. I can't remember the character's name.
No, I can't remember.
He was the openly gay character in True Blood, and he was like the cook in Bong Tong.
Lafayette.
Lafayette. Oh, yeah.
She was in Fruitvale Station 2013. She was in
Never saw that. That looked very upsetting. And every time I stop at Fruitvale Station, that's all I think about.
100%.
Mino likes stopping there, and I have to always go there to see my friend Linda.
And I think that's about it. Let's look at the ratings, shall we?
Let's go.
On Rotten Tomatoes, Snowpiercer currently has 94% certified fresh.
No. Nothing makes sense. That's too high, Kevin. That's too high.
Do you know what the
based on the algorithm, in a way it makes sense that 90% of the people think it's at least a C. We all agree it's a C. How about that?
Audience score? What do you think?
Yes. I want to say it's lower. 78.
72.
Ooh.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Let's
look at the top critics here. I've got Peter Travers from Rolling Stone says,
okay,
Snowpiercer is everything Transformers Age of Extinction wishes it could be. A slam-bam sci-fi thriller with a brain, a heart, and an artful sense of purpose. How about
These two movies are have nothing to do with each other. Peter Travers. Come on. Why don't you compare it to Sophie's Choice? Why don't you compare it to Sing 2? Why not that?
Snowpiercer is everything Sophie's Choice wishes it could be. Nicholas Sal of the San Francisco Chronicle says,
Hey, that's real.
That's real. It's a film that, in its own peculiar way, forces viewers to question their values and ask themselves how much they're willing to sacrifice for a functioning society and how much is too much. How about that?
Is it functioning? I mean, I guess it's functioning.
It exists.
3 out of 4. Oh, Jesus.
And one more. Writing for The Observer, Rex Reed.
Rex Reed!
If you love movies, you can't afford to miss it. 3.5 out of 4.
That's not even a fucking review.
Rex!
That's called I phoned it in. If you like movies, 3.4. What is that? What the hell?
Now, that's the real Rex Reed, but that's not going to stop us. It's not going to stop us. Here's what our in-house movie critic has to say. AI Rex Reed. Here we go. Snowpiercer is a preachy sci-fi food fight on a perpetual motion train where Chris Evans chews protein blocks in class warfare with equal grim determination while the movie mistakes noise for profundity. How about that?
Sounds better already than if you like movies, 3.4. How much? What kind of a check did he get for a sentence like that?
He said, if you like movies, you can't afford to miss it. It was his review. Not just if you like movies, ... No further comment, Your Honor. Wah, wah. Aaron, what is your review, for God's sakes?
You know, I was there for a while. It was too long. I was like, is this thing going to turn the corner again? I was getting restless. It was just a little bit too long. And the end was nonsense. So, I mean, it's not terrible. Like I said, I was with it for a while. I'm going to give it like 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, fair enough. I definitely agree that the ending is not the greatest. Not the greatest. I didn't hate the ending, though. I just found it a little kind of a letdown. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. Boom goes the dynamite. How about that? How about that?
There is no sense to any of your ratings, Kevin. There is no effing sense. That is the same thing that you gave to like let them in or any of these amazing films.
It's the same review I gave to Let Them In. 100%. I think if you go back and watch the Let Them In episode, you'll see.
You are out of your goddamn mind.
Incorrect.
FYI.
Incorrect. I thought it was entertaining. That's all I ask. Entertaining. I thought the scene fighting the Nazi bikers was quite entertaining. Oh, sweet Jesus. Anywho, good Lord. Okay, any last comments about Snowpiercer?
I got nothing else to say.
Good. That being said, thank you very much. Oh, we are all across the social media landscape. We're on Threads. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. You can email us the podcast that wouldn't die at Gmail. We're on YouTube. You can watch our smiling faces, see what you think. We're very attractive people. What can I say?
See me shaking my fist at my brother.
You can also listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere the finer podcasts are available. So don't forget to like, share, do some goddamn thing. Aaron, what is your social media situation?
Well, I just fired Blue Sky and Threads because I don't even care because I don't even check them.
Good.
So it's getting smaller and smaller. I'm addicted to TikTok. So, until there's a 12-step program for that. That's still going to be around.
Okay.
So whatever the podcast name is, that's the TikTok that I run. And then the Cult of Aaron joined the cult on the Instagram. And Artsy First Dibs, Aaron Doherty, Instant Dreams Gallery. Let's go.
Very nice. Now, as you know, we like to check out our friends and family's questions and comments across the social media landscape. Aaron, what are the streets saying?
The streets are saying you need to lock your stuff private so I don't have to keep blocking students from your class who keep saying, Mr. Kevin, why aren't you responding to me?
I tell them I don't know what they're talking. I don't know them. I say, I don't know you. What do you mean?
Yeah. And then someone else says, dude, be cool. This is his personal business. And so I block that person too.
100%.
But anyway, Sherwin Williams wrote in and wants to know, when are we doing more Nazis frozen in ice? And I said, that's coming up.
We're going to add it to the list. We're going to add it to the list. Thank you very much, Sherwin Williams.
Boys love Nazis. It's true.
Especially when they're zombie Nazis. Anywho,
more Nazi zombies. We could have done a double with the God. What was the name of the one with the runestone?
Blood Creek.
We could have done a double whack zombie pack.
Why not? Now, you may be asking yourself, what are we doing next week? We're doing the Australian wild boar thriller starring Gregory Harrison from Trapper John MD. It's Razor.
And Logan's Run, the TV series.
the only true Logan's Run, some would argue. So, how can you watch Razorback with Gregory Harrison? Let me see if there's anybody else even remotely recognizable in this.
There's a bunch of Australian people, but don't be confused that this is some kind of A24 because I just watched this goddamn thing yesterday.
Yeah, and it's a classic.
Why didn't you have our parents watch this over Christmas?
It's not too late. The holiday season's not over. So, how do you watch it? Well, I'm sad to say it is not
with one eye closed. I'll tell you that.
It's probably on YouTube. If I wouldn't be shocked if it's not on YouTube for free.
I had to pay money.
Did you? Oh shit! So you could pay $3.79 on Amazon, $3.99 on Apple TV, YouTube, Fandango at home, etc., etc. But you could buy it for $9.99. That's the gift that keeps on giving. Am I right? The whole year
I wouldn't
long?
do that if I were you. Save your folded money. Save your folded money.
We're happy for the kind that jingles. We'd rather have the kind that folds. So
that's right.
Thank you very much. So check that out. Send in any favorite scenes, favorite comments, favorite quotes, and we may talk about it on the show. So thank you very much, and be well.
Be well.